break this apart, so we'll have 4 terms. Right now we know that this -6 is really -3x minus 3x. I'm going to bring down the plus 9 and bring down the x squared. Right, and then why did I want this to be 4 terms? What do I do now? Group, okay, good vocab word. We're grouping, okay? That's where we put them into 2 pairs, basically, of parentheses. Okay, when you have, anytime you have 4 terms like that, you can try to factor by grouping. There's even one on the practice today that's going to be like that. That's already 4 terms where we're going to try to factor it by grouping. Okay, so then what do I do here? And I've got x squared minus 3x. We're taking out the GCF, yes. Okay, which is what? X, right? Okay, there's an x in both terms. There's not a number in front of the x besides 1, so x comes out. That leaves me with x minus 3. Okay, and then, almost always the first one's going to be x. Okay, maybe another number, but definitely an x too. Okay, and then -3x plus 9. What comes out of both of those? -3. Good. If this number in front of x is negative, you want to pull out a negative so that what's left is just positive x. 9 divided by -3 is -3. Okay, so, and those are the same, just like these are the same. Okay, that's usually going to happen. Okay, so one of my factors is x minus 3. Okay, my other one is x minus 3. We're going to have 2 x minus 3's here. Okay, and then I'm going to bring down my greatest common factor as well. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3 factors, okay, which is what we needed. All right, now those are our factors, okay? I'm going to just do a little thing here. These are our factors. That's what we've been finding up until now. Okay, but we need our solutions, our x-intercepts. So we need to do one more step on this, okay? To find our zeros, we need to set each of our factors equal to 0, okay? That's why this is equal to 0, because we're finding the zeros. So we'll do 2x equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, and x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, these were our factors that we found, but now we want the solutions. We have to solve those factors. Okay, we've set them equal to 0, each one, this one, this one, this one, and then we're going to solve. How do we solve 2x equals 0? Right, divide, right? We're going to divide by 2. What's 0 divided by 2? 0, okay? Often, the greatest common factor is going to give me 0 as one of my solutions, okay? Because you're just going to divide. X equals 0, that's one of my solutions. How do I solve x minus 3 equals 0? Right, add 3. Okay, that gives me x equals 0 plus 3, 3. And this one, same thing. Going to add 3. Okay, there are my 3 solutions. X equals 0, x equals 3, and x equals 3. Okay, and I'm going to write next to these solutions, okay, or zeros. That's the answer to this question. Okay. All right, it could be zeros, solutions, roots, whatever. This is the answer. Those are my 3 x-intercepts of this problem. Okay, and we're going to sketch a little graph, okay? Because we know what we need to know. We're going to sketch the graph to show that it's crossing at these 3 places. Now, these being the same is a special one. Okay, so it's going to make it's going to look special on the graph. It's not a big deal, but I'm just telling you. When it has the same thing, that's a repeating solution. Okay, it has the same solution twice. Still counts because there are 2 factors. They just happen to be the same. So it's the same. It's a solution at the same spot. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a little sketch of my graph here. Okay, I know it's at 0 and 3. So, and then we're going to cross at 0, and then I'll just put a 3 over here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just doing a little sketch. And one other thing that we already know, we learned it like the first day of the 6 weeks, is if it's to the 3rd power, remember what type this is called? Cubic. Good, it's cubic, right? And it's going to go up, down, up. Okay, and if it's positive 2, that means it goes up, down, up like this. It's going to go in this direction. So we know it's going to go like this. Up, down, up. Okay. And when it is a double or repeating, solution, it doesn't go all the way through. It touches and immediately changes directions right there. Okay, so that's a special one. I'm going to write a little note here. Okay, this is repeating. That's why it's the same. Okay, it repeated itself. Okay, and the way that that looks on a graph is when it just dips down and just touches the graph and doesn't go all the way through. Okay, most x-intercepts cross all the way through, like this one at 0. It crosses right through the x-axis. Okay, but if it repeats, it touches and it turns right back around. Okay, so see how this looks like there's only 2 solutions? Okay, there's only this and this. There's only 2 unique solutions, but we know from the beginning, since it's to the 3rd power, that there's really 3 solutions. That just 2 of them happen to be at the same place. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like.